What is going on YouTube? Taylor from Sourceflo.io, and in this video I'm going to show you how I use the newest feature from Sourceflo to quickly identify all of the Amazon ASINs that I have recently been selling in my store in the last few months, and how do I quickly identify only the winning products so I can then restock those winning products quickly and efficiently using smart data inside of Sourceflo.io. Let's go ahead and just jump into my computer and get started. All right, we are in my computer and I am actually in my inventory lab account. Now I could also pull an order report from Seller Central, but I like the ASIN report or the ASIN profitability report from Inventory Lab just because it groups things up in a little bit nicer way than what Seller Central does. So here's what I'm going to do, guys. I am going to export basically a list of everything I've sold within a certain time frame. So I'm going to come over here to advanced search and I'm going to search all of the ASINs that I sold between the months of March 1st all the way down to, let's go ahead and do June 20th. All right, so once I do that, it pulls up my report and then I'm just going to export this out. I'm then going to go to a blank spreadsheet. Okay, now I'm going to use this blank spreadsheet just as a working space to do what I want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the spreadsheet and I'm going to import in that new ASIN profitability file that we just exported from Inventory Lab. Okay, once we've done that, we now have a very long list of ASINs that we have sold between, April 1st, March 1st, and June 20th. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to only look at the leads that I made profit on, that I'm currently sold out of, and that had a history of actually making a decent ROI. And here's how I'm going to do that. On the top row, I'm actually going to highlight everything inside the spreadsheet. I'm going to create a table by coming up and hitting the create a filter button. When I do that, it just makes each one of these columns sortable. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up everything that I have zero stock on hand, and I'm going to only select those products. So you can see here that I've adjusted my on-hand units down to 0, and I'm just going to scroll down this list till I run into numbers. Okay, now I've reached the point. So I'm going to highlight everything that I currently have some sort of stock on, and I am going to delete those leads. I only want to look at items that I am currently out of stock on. Now, of course, you can filter your data however you want. I really encourage you to kind of play around with this and set up your own different filters or remove chunks of data that you see fit. So I've removed everything that I currently have inventory on. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to order everything based off of the number of orders I received in this time frame. I want to isolate the stuff that sold the most or the quickest. Let's just do it between 4 and 5. So I'm going to exclude anything that I only sold 4 times or had 4 orders on, and I'm going to remove those as well. The big thing here, guys, is I'm just trying to narrow down my search results to something a little bit more manageable. I don't want to look through thousands of leads, but I want to look for a few hundred. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to organize everything based off of ROI. So I'm going to grab the largest ROI, bring that to the top, and I'm going to come down here and I'm probably going to cut it off at around 30%. Now this is stuff that I actually sold. So these are items that I actually sold for more than 30% ROI. This also removes any of the negatives. So anything that I lost money on, I don't want to waste my time searching those. I only want to be looking at items that I made profit on, I made a decent ROI. And what this does is it brings down my results to about 282 or 283 results. Now here's where Sourceflo comes in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all of the ASINs and I'm going to search all these ASINs up inside of Sourceflo. It's a new feature that we just add in. And the way I'm going to do this is I need to get all of these ASINs into one long list with each ASIN being separated by a comma. So the easiest way that I found to do this is by applying this formula. This formula is equals join, and then in parentheses, you're going to have in between quotes a comma and then another comma, and then you're going to grab the cell. So you can take a moment and just take a look at this. I will share this inside of the description. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to adjust the numbers here to line up with my rows. So this is actually going to grab from B2 and it is going to grab all the way down. We'll just say B300. This will ensure that it gathers every single one of those ASINs. And when I hit enter, what it's going to do now is it's going to grab a list. And if I kind of pull this out, a list of all those ASINs separated by a comma. I'm then just going to copy that cell and I'm going to come over here into smart data. And here's where the new feature is. Next to the search bar, you're going to see that there is an option to search all You can search just your names, just your ASINs, or just your sources. If I'm searching ASIN, I can actually just copy and paste in a long list of ASINs, multiple ASINs that I want to search for. With my filters, I don't have them set up to anything just yet. I'm just going to search all of these ASINs in my database. Now, the only thing I might need to adjust, and I can see here because I only have a total results of 186 leads, is I might need to adjust my filters for my date range. So I'm going to actually just search all. That way, if there's any historical leads that I have, say I have one lead from a certain supplier, I want to see all the other leads that I have for that ASIN from that supplier. And when I do that, it definitely boosts up the results. It brings it up to 865 leads. So this is where I might actually apply a little bit more filters and narrow it down. One easy filter would say, hey, based off of the current stats or the latest stats that Sourceflo has from Amazon, only show me leads that are going to be making me at least a $4 net profit, and hit apply. And when I do, that's going to narrow down my results to 474. Now that sounds like a lot, but it's not too much to actually go through. And the reason why is because I have leads in my database from 2018 all the way to 2025. So there are going to be a few of these ASINs where they're going to be repeats of the leads. There might be 4 or 5 repeats for a specific ASIN. And that's just because over the last 4 or 5 years, that ASIN has been delivered multiple times using different suppliers, different sales and promos. So when I'm scrolling through my results here, it's actually going to make things pretty easy. And the way I'm going to organize them is I'm actually going to organize them based off of the ASIN. So all those ASINs are grouped up together. And you can see here, even on my first result, there is this one ASIN has been delivered about 5 or 6 times. Why that's important is it's going to make it very easy for me to kind of scroll through 474 results, because there's going to be a lot of them that I'm skipping over. And what I would do normally is I would then just start opening up these listings. I would start investigating and seeing which ones make sense to restock. Here's what I like about this strategy. Everything I'm going to look at in these results, I have historically sold, meaning I've already bought this, I've already sold it on Amazon, I've already made a profit, and I currently don't have any stock available on Amazon. As long as these are profitable, these are going to be winners. They're going to be items that I already know I've purchased before, I already know that I can sell, that I already know what type of profitability, what type of buy cost that I need to be around, what type of selling price I'm going to realistically sell it at. It just narrows down the results. And why I love this is because I'm able to search up every ASIN individually all in one search result. It really just saves me a ton of time having to sift and sort through leads that maybe I never purchased before and I don't even really care to look at again. The best inventory that I have are the items that I've already sold before. So if I can restock more of that stuff, I'm going to be more profitable in my Amazon business. That wraps it up for this video, guys. I just wanted to show you this new feature and how you can actually search for multiple ASINs at once using smart data now. If you have any questions, please comment on the video below. If you like this and you want more content, subscribe to our channel. And of course, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us directly at team@sourceflo.io. Other than that, my friend, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one.